LRGT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has released on the 8th anniversary on Global, and even on JP 6 months later, they are still one of the best LRs in Dokkan Battle. Leading Power Wishes and Battle of Fate, they infinitely raise their attack as well as raise their defense on Super for the one turn, provide themselves with crazy amounts of attack and defense, built-in damage reduction, and multiple super attack potential, and of course being one of the first units having the standby mechanic and finish skill mechanic. So let's see how they perform, and of course, we are rocking free-to-play units in here just in case you did get shafted and you don't have like the best linking partners for them. Now, we do have double of them, so they are under 200% leader skill, and we are versing the Red Zone Freezer just to give them enough time to stack their attack and defense. Now, in the first slot, they get more defense than attack, and in the second and third slot, they get more attack than defense. In the first slot, they provide themselves with 100% extra defense, while they lose that in the second or third slot and provide themselves with an extra 100% attack. Key-wise, it's a bit different as well. First slot, they only get 1 extra key per orb obtained, meaning if it's not a red orb, then they get 2 key. And then if they are in the second and third slot, they actually get 2 extra key, being so that they get 3 key for every non-same colored orb, which is better position to put them in the second or third, because with each super attack performed, they get a 10% damage reduction up to 50%, as well as key +1. Once you build that 50% damage reduction, I feel like they can be a good first slot unit, or a decent first slot unit. As you can see, they shred the first phase of Frieza. We should be able to kill this Frieza right here. You want to get their 24 key super as much as possible, because once they hit 24 key, they get a guaranteed additional super attack, which will then raise their attack an extra bit in total, because remember, it is an infinite stack. We got really terrible orbs here, but luckily we got type advantage, so we're only getting the 12 key here, which kind of sucks. Not the greatest position to ever be. So if you do get unlucky, this can be a situation. We just really need to build up first. So they are a unit that takes their time. Once they receive 4 attacks, they are able to get into their standby skill after the 4th turn. Or if you want it earlier, you do have to drop underneath 50% HP. Definitely give them majority crits than additional, because you want those additional super attacks to go ham. And you'll see later on, hopefully in this video, the finish skill does do so much damage. One of the better linking partners for free-to-play is this version Z Goku that shares experienced fighters, of course, legendary power, and Saiyan warrior race, or Saiyan lineage, one of the two. And you can opt in for the 2000 day Goku, which does the same thing, but I think it's 1 extra link. I think it's prepared for battle. So we are actually under the 50% HP mark, but actually never mind. With the support memory, we are not. Let's get a free stack with Vegeta. I do like Vegeta next to the GT. They don't share as many links, but Vegeta at double 200%, he gets his defense up pretty fast. Right now, the defense is not that great. And then we got another 24 key super coming along, so they will be at the 50% damage reduction mark. If we don't kill too fast here, I think we will. Their attack stat is almost 10 million on this turn. We do have a support at the end, being the Goku for the 30%. 10 million critical. Jesus. Slowly getting there in terms of key. We should be all good here. Version Z Goku. As long as the super... Okay. I was going to say, as long as the super attack wasn't in the first attack, it would be all good. It's 220,000. Our team here is rocking over 600,000 HP, so that is all good at full 100%. If anything, that will help us in order to get the easy standby skill, because I have had situations, maybe this red zone's a bit weak. At this point, probably not, but I've had situations, legendary events, where even the standby actually does a lot of that. Tanks really well. Or normal attacks really well. A good enough amount. So yeah, now the other Super Saiyan 4 GT is all good to go. They're fully stacked up on the damage reduction and ki, which I could see is a problem. They actually could be too strong, where you can actually kill the event way before they have a good enough attack stacked and stuff like that, if you get really unlucky. So let's see what their 50% damage is looking like. Only at 275,000 defense, that damage reduction, but they get 100% defense once the turn starts, so they'll be at like 500,000 defense with 50% damage reduction, which is amazing. Good defensive capabilities. Just need to get that 50% damage reduction, and you are just good to go. In the first slot, though, you can see their attack drop way more, being only 7 mil, and this is the GT Duo that has more attack stacked. And their triple super attack once again. This and stacking units for free-to-play is a bad combination. For example, Vegeta just has no chance to stack. Absolutely none. I do want to save the finishing skill, because you can only use it once, because it is a revival finishing skill, because Dokkan only allows you to revive one time, and because the finishing skill and the revival is treated the same, you can only do that once, unfortunately. But it's a very strong finishing skill, so it's worth it. I did Whis up just in case the AGL does super attack in the first slot here, with the double damage reduction stacked up. In this turn, 300,000 defense. Should be all good. Even probably without a Whis, we survive, honestly. Especially post-super. Get a nice crit for a whole bar of damage. But I could not get the 24 key super. This is double digits. And this Frieza can double super. As long as it's not in the middle slot. Gohan at the end is all good. Or Goku at the end is all good. There we go. No attacks in. Still don't need to stand by here. Whis is still activated. Oops, I could have got the 24 key super, but it's okay. 7 mil. We're taking our time here to stack up. That's the strategy. We at least get one additional super attack, which is good. By the way, we are able to get a great chance of additional super attacking if your key is 18 or more. So you definitely want to go for the 18 key when possible. Nice little critical from Vegeta. And an additional to stack up his defense. Back-to-back crits. Beautiful. Still taking 27,000. Damn, that frees the stack in attack. DKP transforms. Ooh, we get first slot chance. Don't mind if I do. So we should be able to kill in this turn. Unless something crazy, like we just get bad luck or something. 9 mil in the first slot is actually insane. Then they get their additional super. That's guaranteed. and then their final. All right. So, let's do our standby now. In this form, we have 250% attack, defense 150% when HP is 50% or above. Then all allied support for 8 key and 80% attack up. And when they do, and they have the revive mechanic, when this rotation does get KO'd, we fully heal up 100%, and we do the finishing attack, which also does an additional attack plus 39%. It sounds small, but it's going to do a lot, especially if you can super attack first, because the super attack mechanic is greatly raise attack for 1 turn, and super class allies attack by 40% for the 1 turn. So somehow you can survive and do that super attack, your finishing skill is going to do way more damage. Way more damage. Unfortunately, you can see the problem with having such a strong unit in the first slot with Vegeta. You can see his defense is so low. Alright, so we are probably just going to go for the death here. $200,000. With the Whis, I could have definitely gotten that super attack off, but I wasn't too sure if we were going to take a super attack in that first slot there. So here's the finishing skill. What makes this finishing skill so good compared to like other versions of standbys and stuff is that you can activate it the first turn that you switch into standby, which is very good. I preferred this over like the build-up mechanic ones where it takes like 2 to 3 turns just to fill up that 30-meter bar. And it does just as much damage as the other ones. 18 million non-critical right there. And then we do have enough ki to do a Dokkan mode. So let's go and do that active skill here. Might as well. Do we get the crits? No, we do not. Half a health bar left for Frieza. I feel like we don't even need to item here. Double-digit damage. $10 mil attack stat in the first slot. $14 million for the first 18 key, and then guaranteed supers come in. Critical. And we call it a day right there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Shout outs to my tier 2 members on the side here. If you want to join and become a member yourself, link in the description or click on the join button. That said, I'll see you guys in the next video. And let me know what you guys think about the GT duo.